Hello and a very good morning. Welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
I'm Sean Crawley.
Together with Shailene, and together we have got quite a stormy show tonight.
A great lineup tonight. We've got some real favourites on the show.
We've got the Gourmet Vacuum Mac.
Mattress Vac.
Mattress Vac.
That was good.
That was a mixture
that was like
of
back
letters
from
and
words.
Yeah, I think. Hang on.
Should we start again? Come back in, Hayley. Let's start again. Let's do the big opener. Boom!
Hello and good morning. I'm Hayley Green.
I'm Sean Crawley.
Together we're Shailene, and together we have got an amazing show coming up, and we have got a mattress vac
We
for
certainly
you.
have. Yes, we have. And do you know, when we first saw this, we thought, a vacuum for your mattress.
We
Why would you
were
want that?
really sceptical, weren't we? And then after the show, all of us like, we've got to get this. Because when you think about what can live in your mattress, this actually kills up to 99% of bacteria, dust mites, allergens, and of course picks up as well those dead skin cells.
Oh, all those nasties.
That drop, our body ash that drops into the mattress, which actually those dust might absolutely love to eat. And we clean our sheets, put clean sheets on our beds, and we think, oh, it's the best feeling, isn't it? But when you actually think about what's in your mattress, and you do think, well, I could vacuum it with a regular mattress, but this vacuum isn't just a vacuum. This has got a UV light, hasn't it?
It's really clever technology in here. Underneath, you've got these little paddles. These pad the surface of whatever you're cleaning, whether it's a mattress, whether it's upholstery, whether it's pet beds, but then you've got a UV light that kills all those nasties as well. It really is clever technology at the touch of a button, fighting all your mites and those allergens, especially at this time of year. It's got HEPA filtration, and it collects the finest of dirt, dust, allergens, dust mites. They're the vibrations we were talking about, padding that surface of whatever you're cleaning and bringing all that dirt and debris to the surface.
Any of the eggs that are deep down in a mattress, it'll bring those up so you can then vacuum them up, kill them with that UV light. But not just your mattresses. Perhaps you've got a second-hand sofa. Perhaps you've got pets, actually, and your dogs and cats, they bring in all sorts of friends, and they lay over your bed, they lay on your sofas. And if you think about the itchy friends they bring in, oh my word, if you think about what can be living in that pillow that your head is on, in that sofa that you're laying on that mattress. Perhaps you've got a second-hand car, and perhaps the back seats, they just never feel really clean, or that caravan, they don't feel really clean. With that very clever vibration wave technology, it's beating that mattress up to 3,000 times a minute. The UV light then is actually killing the bacteria, the germs, the dust mites, the allergens, and that incredible suction picking up the dead skin cells as well. And honestly, this is absolutely incredible for any home. Price-wise, market-beating. And market-beating, I mean, incredibly market-beating. You can go, as you can see, elsewhere at £150, which is our regular price. On buy.com, £146 practically. But Amazon, you know they do some great deals, £139. $79.99 is your price today. And, of course, you can split that cost with PayPal Pay in 3. But allowing you to honestly vacuum and kill, to actually kill with that UV light, that incredible technology that kills up to 99% of the bacteria, the dust mites, the allergens in your mattresses, in your sofas. Perhaps you've got a caravan that's second-hand. Sadly, you can't clean, all those sofa cushions. This allows you very much to clean up all those areas, even bed heads and things like that. But I love this clip because you actually see the box, and the box really gives you an idea of what this works on, what this attacks.
It is, and it's about all those nasties that you don't want to share your bed with. The fact you've got those dust mites, bacteria, whether it's things like allergens, especially at this time of year.
All that pollen that's coming into the room. And this is not just for your mattress, for your sofa, for your caravan, for your second-hand car. Perhaps you buy a lot of second-hand furniture and it never really feels completely clean. You are vacuuming with incredible suction. You're killing with that UV light, and of course that beating, that vibrawave technology, if there is anything that's deep down, which dust mites do tend to lay their eggs deep down, it will knock them to the surface so the suction can suction.
Now, we work often with a lady by the name of Bev. She was the first guest to bring us this vacuum, and she cleaned her spare room.
She tried
a room
and tested it before.
and a mattress that she never uses. Well, now and again, and the cats sometimes sleep on it. Take a look at the dirt
She couldn't
that was in
believe,
there.
because this was the cleanest mattress in the house. This was the less used mattress in the house. But you can see the body ash that's there, probably the cat's body ash as well. You can see as well the cat hairs. It really does honestly pick up like you will not believe, and you will be blown away when you use this for the first time. Our producer, actually, she took it home. She lived in a rented property, and she vacuumed her mattress every time she changed her bedding with the normal mattress. And the actual person she rented from said the mattress was a new mattress as well. She could not believe the dirt that she picked up. We've actually got it in the
fact,
studio.
bear with me 1 second.
Because this
right
will make you itch. And obviously, if it's a rented accommodation, this is somebody else's dirt. It just makes me feel...
Now, the dirt that's in there is the bigger dirt, but also the finest particles that you can imagine in there. You've got HEPA filtration, and that's why you get those finest particles. Martha, our producer, just said it took her under a minute. Every time she changed the bed, she started using this to get that difference, to see the difference.
And then she did the whole house. And actually, Sean's niece, they got a puppy, and he's absolutely adorable.
Well,
actually, he's just turned 1.
He has.
And when they got him home, he'd got fleas and they didn't know, and they'd just revamped downstairs.
Brand new sofa.
Right, yeah, and there were fleas everywhere. So this would have been perfect. And that's if you've got pets and you know they're laying on your beds, they're sitting on your sofas. But if you've got anything second-hand, whether it's a sofa, whether it's your car, do the car seats, whether it's the caravan, do all of those cushioning areas in the caravan, do the bed heads and things like. Honestly, it's phenomenal. Massively busy on this. And the very first, first 3 times, or possibly the first 4 times we bought this to air, sold out completely.
We've got it back in stock right now for you. If you are going for it, I would say add in a spare HEPA filter. I'll show you the filter in a few minutes as we go through and show you lots of demonstrations. It's definitely worth adding in, so you've always got one. It's only an extra $4.33 in your PayPal basket if you're using PayPal. 968060 is the number for your filter. You're already itching. I bet you're itching at home too. But make sure you add the vac into your basket and get shopping straight away.
I think it'd be one of the best things you buy. Check everything out on our website. Actually, we had a lot of great emails in during shows for this product. An Airbnb guy rang in and said, I'm going to actually put it on my details, saying that I clean, the whole place with the UV light, killing those bacteria, the germs. But check everything out on our website. But definitely, we're busy for this already. Do check your baskets out on our Gurmy mattress vac. Absolutely phenomenal.
So 853766 if you want the Gurmy. Remember, it's pretty much half price of the price you will pay elsewhere for it. But we've got lots on the show. And we've got one of our favourites now. This is a collagen supplement we're talking about. And if you've heard of collagen, collagen naturally depletes in our body. Now
I think a lot of people think collagen is in injections, it's in creams, and you don't realise actually it's the glue that holds your body together. So in virtually every area of your body, in your skin, in your bones, in your ligaments, in your muscles, you've got collagen. And sadly it does. It depletes as you age, and we age from around about mid-20s.
Yeah, it starts so much earlier than you think, doesn't it?
And as it depletes, you start to see it in your lines and your wrinkles. You start to feel it as well. But honestly, this is a drink that can get that balance back in life. If you're losing collagen, makes sense to take it. But there's different ways of actually buying this. A single, a double, or a triple.
And when we say a single, that's a month's supply that you're looking at there. 234270, $29.99 is your price. But if you want to go for a 2-month pack, that's available. But the 3-month supply for us is always the best.
Well, it's the optimum time for, if you're taking supplements, the optimum time for those supplements to work into the body. So if you were lacking in iron, you think, I'll take an iron capsule. But it would take around about 3 months to actually work efficiently in the body. So this is the optimum sort of supply to go for, giving you that 3-month supply. Getting that collagen back into your body and getting that balance back. Perhaps looking in the mirror and not looking like you look so tired. Getting out of bed in the morning and not
feeling so old, because collagen is helping you get that balance back.
And remember, they all come under the same item number, whether it's the 1 month, the 2 month, or the 3 month supply. So 234270, that gets you 3 months supply. Let's show you actually when we talk about where collagen is in the body, because it's in so many different areas, as you'll see here. Over 30% of the total protein in the body is collagen. So if it's depleting, we want to replace it. 40 to 60% of the total protein in connective tissue we're talking about.
And then up to 90% in the skin. So as I say, you look in the mirror, you feel you're looking old, you're getting those lines and wrinkles. As that collagen depletes, you see that difference to the collagen that you're lacking in your skin. Even the skin under your arms, the skin on the top of your, just above your knees. And then also type 2 collagen, 50% of all cartilage protein, which is so important. Perhaps you're feeling older now when you get out of bed, when you garden, when you're bending down, your knees, your hips aren't so good. And this is how it depletes. And it's frightening, really, because from early 20s, the loss is quite huge.
And you know, we've read a lot recently about younger people taking collagen supplements, and they call it collagen banking. So making sure that their collagen is not going to deplete because they're already taking a supplement.
That's it, it's getting that balance straight away. So sadly, from your early 20s, you're losing, as you can see. By your mid-30s, you lost 15%. By your mid-40s, you lost 30%. But actually, that's on average. If you actually look at the things that can increase that collagen depletion, like sun exposure, and lots of us, before we realised how bad the sun was for us, would lay out in the sun for hours and hours. Menopause, sadly, really makes a big difference to collagen.
And things like smoking is the same as well. And nutrition deficiency, my word, that rhymes, doesn't it? So if you're not getting the right nutrients, if you've got a high sugar diet, air pollution can add to your collagen depletion as well. Or it could be genetic in your body. But like Hayley just mentioned, the menopause can really increase the depletion, up to a 30% loss between 50 and 55.
In just 5 years there, which is absolutely huge. So what you've got here is the perfect ingredients, and this is why this product is so incredible. It's got Verisol B, that's the only clinically proven beauty collagen to give the results that we'll talk about through the show. 20% or over 20% reduction in wrinkle depth, 15% increase in elasticity when it went to clinical trials, which is amazing. Then a brand new collagen as well, very first to actually use this collagen in the UK, and it's come from the top 6 collagen manufacturers, and that's our Lexolite, which is incredible. But then some brilliant vitamins as well.
Yeah, when you look at it, vitamin C, vitamin D, you've got hyaluronic acid there, which is a buzzword when it comes to the beauty industry. This is beauty from the inside out.
And of course, biotin, you'll notice a difference in your hair, your nails, strengthening, lengthening the hair and nails, and zinc as well, which is really good for the immune system. So some really key ingredients in just one serving every day.
Yeah, and very important, the serving size is 10,000 milligrams each time you take it. So supporting healthy hair, skin and nails, contributing to the maintenance of your hair, skin and nails. It's promoting bone and cartilage health, boosting immunity and muscle function because of those ingredients in there. That's what it's designed to do. Designed to help reduce fatigue as well, and designed to protect against stresses as well that you can see.
And that's why we do say take this in the morning, get in the habit of taking this every single morning, because if it's reducing that fatigue, that's going to give you that kickstart for the day. Put this into your fridge, and honestly, you will feel that rather than that coffee kick in the morning, you will want your pure collagen. And this is what we were talking about. These are the clinical trials, and you can see here, and this was a perception study of 69 women between 35 and 55. So that is that menopausal sort of time as well. And it was an 8-week trial. And what they discovered in that time is they had a 15% improvement overall of the skin's elasticity. And skin elasticity is that sagginess, the droopy jowls, the sagginess to the skin under the arms, on the top of the knees and things. But then wrinkle depth, this will blow you away. Can you imagine taking a supplement each day that's going to improve your wrinkle depth? Because this was a measured improvement, and the improvement on your wrinkle depth, 20.1%. And we'll give you the details right there. Look at that again, an 8-week trial. So 234271 is your item number. The
pack of 3 is already the most popular, and you are doing exactly right, because that is giving you the optimum amount to really see those full results.
And this is a liquid collagen, remember, so it absorbs really
and it's
easily.
so tasty.
If you want to take it as a cold shot from the fridge in the morning, I dilute it into water and have it like a juice, like a cordial. I love it like that. But if you want to mix it into things like juices or smoothies, you
I
can
take
do that
it,
as well.
you know, straight as you see it there, and just drink it every single morning out of the fridge. However, it is nice on a yoghurt as well. It's really tasty on a yoghurt.
And that is the optimum dosage that you get at 10,000 milligrams.
In
That's
just
really
that one
important.
tasty drink every single morning. Get into the habit of that. And honestly, it's like beauty from inside out. And if you're lacking in collagen and it's causing you to look old, you know, wrinkles, the lines, but actually, if it's also making you feel old, doesn't it make sense to get that balance back and take that collagen, which is exactly what you're doing here. It's getting, if you were lacking in iron, you take an iron capsule. It just makes sense to take collagen and make that difference. We're busy on absolutely everything. Check everything out on the website. On the website, you will find everything we've got on our show this morning. We've got these incredible pillow covers, and these are the Cool Zone covers. So if you are struggling with the really hot nights, these are instantly cooling for your head and your neck. For me, stops me getting that awful sort of bed hair when you've got that really sweaty head. And a great deal there. You get a pair of those for £30.
You've always got the cool spot. You're never looking for it if you want to go for those. But we've got to get back to the Gurmy. It's a mattress vac, but it's so much more than a vacuum.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's handheld. It's super lightweight, so you don't have to worry about it weighing you down. The other great thing about it is it's got a really long cord on there, a 4.2 metre cord, so you'll easily get around the entire bed. The great thing is, use it every time you change the bed. But it's not just a mattress vac. You're going to use this, Hayley, on so many surfaces.
It's going to be great on, well, any of your soft furnishings. Perhaps you've got a second-hand sofa and it's always felt just a little bit itchy. Or perhaps you've got pets and they bring lots of little itchy friends in, and they've been sat on the bed, they've been sat on the sofa. Or perhaps it's your car, the back seats never felt really clean. Or the caravan you've bought, you just wish you could clean those cushions. Well, you can with this very clever technology, but you do need to be quick. 10% of the stock has sold out and gone, and we had a nice amount of stock. About the first 3 or 4 times that we brought this to air, it sold out completely. And it's when you discover what it's actually doing. It's not only vacuuming up your dead skin cells, which you know are in your pillows and in your actual mattress, but it's also got these incredibly clever beating pads, and that's the VibraWave technology, and they beat 3,000 times.
Yeah. They beat the surface of whatever you're cleaning.
So in a mattress, if you've got bed bugs,
dust mites, it could be dust mite eggs that are in there that are buried deep into the mattress.
it will beat them up.
Well, do you know what we always say? When you used to put a mat or a rug over the washing line
And you
and
used to beat it, didn't you, with a broom or something, and all the dust would come out. It's doing exactly that. But then the real secret is the UV light, and that UV light is killing to 99% of germs, bacteria. It's that peace of mind, the dust mites, the dust mite eggs, allergens, picking up the dead skin as well. And it's allowing you, and on headboards, I've always wondered in hotels, everybody's head's been on that headboard, but perhaps you're in rented accommodation, and again, it's a headboard that a lot of people have put their heads onto. You know you can clean that up so quickly and so easily. I would say every time you change your bed, vacuum with the Gurmy, and you will not believe, you won't believe what you get out of your mattress, of your cushions, and a lot of cushions now you can't wash, cushion covers. They're actually, you know, on the
the
cushions.
Sealed,
And a lot of sort of caravan chairs, as I say, the back of the car, you can't put any of that in the washing machine. But if you take this there with that UV light, you know you are cleaning as well as vacuuming up, because it's allowing you to kill up to 99% of bacteria, dust mites, allergens, the dead skin. Lots of you going for the extra filter as well, and we'll talk you through that HEPA filtration. You've got that incredible UV light, you've got incredible suction, and you have got HEPA filtration in there, and the majority of you going for the extra HEPA filter. I think it works out, it's about £4.33 in your basket if you're using PayPal Pay in 3 on our website. It's lightweight. Take it away. How often when you go to a self-catering place, do you take all your cleaning products, don't you? You
definitely.
take your sprays and bits and pieces. Take your Gurmy and you know that you can really clean up.
So these are the
place.
pads that will pad the surface of whatever you're cleaning, so beating it 3,000 times per minute. This is where the UV light is. You won't see the UV light, it's invisible to the human eye. Inside you've got the HEPA filtration, and as I say, that really long cord. But I want to show you inside. I'm going to undo the collection bin. It just unlocks like so. And I want to show you what we've collected in the few moments on pillows and headboards and cushions. Now, as I take this out...
Oh, it just makes me itch.
Straight away, can you see here? Now, this is a new mattress, obviously, but the headboard, the cushions, the pillows, the chair, not brand new. But I want to show you, first of all, the larger bits that I've collected there. And you can see there's things like hairs, bits of dust and dirt, but that's just the beginning just there. Now you've got a 2-scale filter here, a metal filter and a HEPA filter.
And this is what you can buy as your extra, just $4.33 in your basket.
Now, before I show you the HEPA filter...
Oh my word, I can see how dirty that is. Oh my word.
This is buried deep into the surfaces. Take a look at the filter. Now, the filter is washable. I would definitely add in... Ooh, let me get that off my hand. Definitely add in a second filter just at the bottom of the screen there. But watch what happens when I do this, because this is where you'll see those fine particles coming away.
Oh, it just makes you itch, doesn't it?
Oh,
so remember, that UV light is killing up to 99% of bacteria, dust mites, allergens, picking up the dead skin as well. That you know that suction is pulling all of those bits into the machine, and of course that HEPA filtration keeping them in there, because even the finest of particles, you can really see that. And for me as well, I used to really suffer with a sort of a dust allergy. I used to babysit in a really old property, and it was super dusty. And by the time the parents came back from their night out, my eyes were streaming, I was coughing, I was spluttering. It would have been brilliant if I could have just vacuumed the sofa I sat on, so I wasn't actually sort of sat in that environment all night long. Look at that. That
kind of dirt that you see there. Now, Chris has emailed in and asked about he puts a sheet on the mattress. Doesn't that protect it? Now, it does to a certain extent, but when we're talking about things like dust mites and skin cells, obviously your sheet can go into the washing machine. This is like bringing the washing machine to your mattress or whatever surface that you're going to use it on. Remember, you've got those pads that beat the surface. You've got that UV light that's going to kill those things like your dust mites. That's what this machine is designed to do. It's such clever technology, and if you're thinking, oh well, could I use a normal vacuum? No, because it doesn't have this technology.
No, our producer, she used a normal vacuum every time she changed her sheets, but could not believe when she used the Gourmet how much dirt was actually in her mattress. And not just dirt, it's dirt you can't see, it's dirt you don't realise is there, it's deep into the mattress. But because it's got those vibrawave pads that vibrate 3,000 times a minute, it's making sure it knocks everything, even the sort of the dust mite eggs as well, which they bury quite deep down in the mattress. It knocks those up. The suction then sucks everything up. But all the time it's doing that, that UV light is killing. So what you're seeing there is that, horrible, makes me itch. There's tiny bits of dust, there's the bigger bits. If you've got pets, that will be as well the finest of sort of cat hairs and dog hairs that have perhaps worked their way into the mattress or into your sofa or anything they've brought in, their itchy friends that they bring in with them. And I mean, it's just horrible.
Look at this. I don't even want to know what that is. I really don't.
Really, the things in our studio shouldn't be that dirty. The mattress is fairly new, but of course the headboard, that's been used a good few times. You'll be blown away at what you'll find. Mattress, but not just your mattress, sofas, the car seats, the caravan that you've bought. And you can't clean all the cushions in the caravan, but it just doesn't feel clean. And you know, with that UV light, you are killing, which is amazing. And we're massively busy. I did not think we could give you sort of stock updates tonight, but actually nearly 20% of our stock has sold out and gone.
Wow.
It has sold out. The first 3-4 times before when we've brought it to air, it's sold out completely, and we could do exactly the same tonight. Remember, you can get an extra HEPA filter, and lots of you going for that. If you put that in your basket with PayPal Pay in 3, it is just £4.33 extra in your basket. So well worth doing that. Whilst you're washing one HEPA filter, you can have the other one on. And remember, not just for your mattress, for your sofas, for any soft furnishings, your cushions, your the headboard on your bed and things. It's absolutely brilliant. Price-wise, if we do sell out, you can find it elsewhere, but you will kick yourself because nowhere near our price. AdvancedHomewares.com, £149.99, that's our regular price. On buy, again, very similar, £146 practically. And Amazon, they do amazing deals at £139, but nowhere near our £79.99. And of course, you can split that cost with PayPal Pay in 3.
It's such a brilliant deal, such a brilliant price, and with PayPal Pay in 3, like we say, it comes down to $28.31 on your first of 3
Do your
interest-free
pet beds
payments.
as well.
Yes.
You know, again, you know what you're doing here. You're killing up to 99% of bacteria, dust mites, allergens, picking up the dead skin as well. It's super lightweight, so really easy to use.
And really quick to use as well. I don't want you to think, oh, it's going to be really awkward to use. Really lightweight. You can do the mattress in a couple of minutes. Every time you change the bed, do the mattress, and then you'll be looking for things
and
to clean.
It's a really nice feeling to have clean sheets, isn't it? But if you realise that dust mites, bacteria, allergens, they're all in your mattress. You're putting that clean sheet onto a mattress that has actually got those in. To actually know that you can vacuum them up with great suction, but not just the suction. This isn't just a vacuum. It's that UV light, which is the real secret, which is killing up to 99% of the bacteria, dust mites and allergens. And then, of course, the fact that it beats as well. That's very clever technology, the Vibrowave technology. Because you'll remember years ago, we used to throw a mat over a line and we used to beat it to really get all the and you'd see that dust.
That's bringing the debris,
so
all those nasties we talk about to the surface. Obviously, I've emptied it out, but that's the beating panels that you see there, the red ones. This area that you see here, this is where the UV light is. So
now, you don't see that, do you? It's not visual to the eye.
And when I go over the top, what you're going to see is the suction power. This is the area, obviously, where it collects everything. The other thing to mention, you see these wheels on the side. These undulate to the size of whatever surface. So it doesn't matter if it's a textured surface, if it's a padded area like the area that we're cleaning on the mattress here. But if I go over the top, I've left all that dirt that I emptied out onto the surface. But I'm just going to show you how it takes that dirt away. And the power of the suction. And if you do have to go over a surface that's shaped, the other great thing is...
A lot of sofas are like that, you know, perhaps the car seats are a little bit like that. There's lots of indentations, but it's got that great suction, so it will pick up, even if it is a shaped area.
And it's not just on the flat, it's not horizontal, it's vertical. If you want to do the divan of your bed, you can do that too. You can do your headboards in the same way, and you'll be amazed by the dirt and debris that comes out of there, that you're not having to share your bed with all those nasties, all that horrible stuff that you don't actually know is there until you use the Gurmi. And Gurmi are a brilliant brand as well. They're an Italian brand, been going for many, many years.
Since 1912, I think, many years.
One of the biggest producers of small household appliances and constantly innovating, bringing new technology.
I think absolutely every home needs this. We all shed, dead skin cells, and they do shed like you will not believe. That's going into your sofas, it's going into your mattresses, it's going into your cushions. But that's actually what dust mites like to live off. So that then creates their dinner. So what you want to do is make sure that you get all of that out, but also that you're killing those dust mites. And this will kill, with the UV light, up to 99% of the bacteria, dust mites, the allergens, and pick up the dead skin cells. And of course, beating, so even the things that are deep down in that pillow, or deep down into that cushion, or deep down into that sofa, or deep down into the car seats. And lots of us buy second-hand furniture and things, and sometimes it just feels that little bit itchy. Well, this is going to be ideal to make sure that you can't put that in the washing machine, but this is as close as you're going to get to a real sort of deep down clean.
Most definitely. All the upholstery throughout the house, and you always say, Hayley, about pet beds. I think it's a brilliant, invaluable piece of kit.
And the nice thing is as well, it's good on delicate fabrics as well. So whatever those fabrics may be, and it is so portable. I say we had a gentleman who's got an Airbnb. He emailed in and said, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to advertise it on my details for the Airbnb as a real plus point that he cleans his mattress, so he sort of sanitizes the mattress in between breaks, which is amazing.
Yeah, and when you see the debris that you're collecting there, now obviously I put the dirt back in from the beginning that we had. Just want to show you how easy it is to undo everything. Everything's really simple and straightforward. This has a locking mechanism on the dust container. There's no bag to worry about. The filter's inside there and is washable, but I would definitely go for a spare filter that you'll see at the bottom of the screen there. When I take the container off, what you'll see, if I just take this out, now it literally just pulls out the filter itself. And what I'm going to show you first of all, now, if you look around here, you can see all the dirt and the debris that's collected. So that's the bigger dirt around the outside of the filter there. So if I just brush that off for you for a second. Now, when I unlock this, again, it just locks into place, and take this away. First of all, you're going to see the larger dirt.
And the quality of that is really good, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's really
good.
Last,
and that's washable as well. Obviously, when you wash filters, any filters, just let them air dry. Don't try and dry them on a radiator or anything. I'd just rinse them in the tap. But you can see before I even touch this, you see all the dirt that's collected in there.
I mean, that was white.
Yeah, originally it was. And this is all that fine dirt. When we talk about HEPA filtration, if you suffer with allergies and things,
yeah, do your own research actually with HEPA filtration, how if you do suffer with allergies, so pollen and things like that, how it really does hang on to the tiniest of particles. And that will be, our producer's going, the body ash. Oh, it makes me itch. And that's your body ash, your cats and dogs body ash. That's the bits and pieces and the friends that they've brought in.
I should be getting paid danger money for this.
I mean, it's flicking back into the air. And for me, that would get really, but it is really, even from the distance I'm sat at, getting down my throat. That is, I've suffered terrible from like dust allergies. And again, it's allowing you to pick up the finest of particles, but also that UV light killing up to 99% of the bacteria, the dust mites, the allergens, but picking up the dead skin cells as well. And that can be in your mattress, your pillows, your upholstery, your sofas, your pet beds, in the car, in the caravan, your cushions, the bed head, the divan. Honestly, it is incredible. And once you've used it once, do your mattress first, and then you'll think, oh my goodness, yeah. Perhaps you bought a caravan and it's secondhand, and the caravan seats, the cushions, they just feel a little bit dirty, and you can't put them in the washing machine. This is the nearest thing you'll get to a deep clean, honestly, using the Gourmet. Because when you'll be blown away. Even on in here, really, we've got probably the cleanest mattress that there could be.
Oh, the mattress, definitely. But then the other surface, we're talking about upholstery that gets used, chairs that get used on shows, cushions, headboard. That's where all this dirt's come from. And that's where you'll find the most amazing amount of dirt. Now, we talk about Bev, our queen of clean.
Yeah, we're talking about the cleanest mattress. Bev, you'll know, joins us often to sort of bring lots of great products to us here on Shop on TV. She took it home. She thought, I'll try it. And she thought, I'll try it actually on my cleanest mattress. So in the spare room. Hasn't really been slept on a great deal. Probably the most not people, the most things that sleep on that bed is probably the cats. And that was it. So it's hardly used, the spare room. She could not believe what it picked up.
No, the amount of dirt and debris that collected from a mattress that's barely ever slept on. We've got a fabulous, look how fine that dirt is as well. And you just
And that's your dead skin cells. That's the cat's dead skin cells. It's not even worth thinking about, isn't it? And then you're putting a nice clean bed sheet onto that and sleeping thinking, oh, I'm on clean sheets. If you're cleaning your mattress, you've got super clean sheets then, haven't you? And honestly, it is an amazing piece of kit. Stock-wise, we had a good amount of stock. But actually, with you popping things into baskets, if you all checked your baskets out now, a quarter of the entire stock sold out and gone. Market beating price.
Yeah.
Do check your baskets through. I think it will be one of the best things you buy.
And if you've not shopped with us before, you just need the item number at the top of the screen. 853766 is the item number. You can scan the QR code on screen to take you through to the website, or you can go direct to the website, shopontv.co.uk, 03333 241 241. Price-wise, should be $149.99 our usual price. It's down to $79.99. And if you are shopping around and you're looking elsewhere,
you'll kick yourself.
This is why we've got such a great price. Advanced homewares, just shy of 150, our usual price. At On Buy, £145.99. At Amazon, £139. We've got it for £79.99 and £28.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments.
We've actually, I think it was the first 3 or 4 times we sold out of this mattress vac, and we're very much the same now, massively busy. And when you think about, we want a clean home, don't we? I still wash my hands singing happy birthday twice because you get obsessed with it. It's so important to be as clean as you possibly can. But with a mattress, something you can't put into your washing machine, with the sofa, what you can't put into the washing machine, how do you clean those areas? And so many of us with pets as well, which obviously they don't wipe their feet and they bring lots of little friends in on their hair, you know, on their skin, and they're dead skin cells. And dead skin cells, sadly, is what dust mites love to eat. And you know, if you go onto the internet and just put in what can live in an unclean mattress, oh, you will itch like you won't believe. And putting a clean sheet onto a bed won't be that wonderful feeling that you normally have. Make sure every time you actually change your bed in, just use the mattress vac on the mattress, on the pillows, on the bed head, and then put your clean bedding on. And you honestly, I think, will slip into bed feeling that you the cleanest you possibly can. And then think about all the areas that you can't clean, like your sofas, like the second-hand car, the car seats in the back. Perhaps they had a pet, the people that had the car before, and it always feels just a little bit, you know, you've had it clean, but it just always feels a little bit dirty, a little bit itchy. We love second-hand furniture, upcycling furniture, but again, how do you wash those things? You know, can't put them in the wash. This is as near as you can get to the deepest clean, because you've got that UV light technology that's killing up to 99% of your bacteria, your allergens, your dust mites, picking up the dead skin cells. The suction's amazing, but it's also beating as well. There's so much technology in this that will actually give you that peace of mind that you've got a clean home, but you desperately need to check your baskets through. Sold out 3 or 4 times before, and we're heading very much the same tonight. So don't go to bed thinking, well, I'll get it later. Grab it while the stock's there. Check out the website, shopontv.co.uk. On the website, we've got so many great products.
So many great products. Yeah, we've got a great mattress that you can see there at fantastic prices, but these have been, huge winners with us here at Shop on TV. With the heat wave we've had and the heat wave we've got coming again, the comfortable Cool Zone pillow covers are brilliant. They're such clever technology. Now, you do get 2 for the reduced price of £34. If you're always turning your pillow over trying to find the cool spot, you won't have to do that anymore, because this pillow has naturally cooling properties. And we always say you don't have to put them in the fridge.
No, there's no gels in here. You virtually take them out of the packet, put them onto your pillow, and I can't believe instantly as you touch that, the coolness is incredible. So for me, stopping that awful bed hair when you get that sort of sweaty head and that sweaty neck and your hair goes all wild, but giving you that coolness that you're desperate for at night, especially on the hot nights that we've been having.
And that's all about those fibres that are in that advanced ultra cool fibres that are directly knit into the cover. It's got like comfort clouds, like a little bit of padding, but as soon as you touch it, as soon as you get it out of the packaging when you get it home, it dissipates the heat away from you. Scientifically proven to reduce heat buildup by up to 50%. So if you're always looking for that cool spot, it'll always be there for you. And it's on both sides of the pillow covers. They're anti-allergy. They're fully machine washable as well. They should be £58 for the pair, but you're getting the pair for £34. And if you want to use PayPal Pay in 3, £12.98 on your first of 3 payments. When we first got these, we put our hand on regular material and then put them straight onto the cool zone.
You can't believe the coolness to
and
them.
it is your personal cool zone.
And on these really hot nights, it's going to be absolute heaven. And though obviously this is a pillowcase, I think this is great for pets as well. Like you can put that into a pet bed. Be great for travel. Perhaps in the car you get a hot, sweaty back. You could just have that, sit on it slightly and then just slightly onto the back as well. Taking on holiday if you're going to sweat. It's like your own personal little air conditioning.
Yeah, and they are standard UK pillowcase sizes. So whatever pillows you've got at home, they are designed to fit your standard pillows at home. And the great thing is, as soon as you touch it, you feel that dissipation of heat. You're not constantly looking for that cool spot. How many times do you move your pillow around, then turn it over when it's those hot
trying to find the cold spot? And the great thing is, it's on both sides. So you don't have to think, oh, which way did I put this on? Of course, you can put your pillowcase on top of this if you wish, or if you just want the real coolness, you can use this really as your pillowcase.
Yeah, and the other thing is if you are putting it under your pillowcase, it also acts as a pillow protector as well, because it's that extra layer of protection to your pillow. But for me, if you want those benefits, if you're suffering with the heat, maybe we're in a hotel at the moment, aren't we?
Oh my word.
The hotel, it's a lovely hotel, but boy, is it hot at night.
So
Oh, it's so hot.
It is, it's absolutely, and there's nothing worse, isn't there? And that gets you out of that deep sleep. It's so important to get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
And if you get too hot, it wakes you up, doesn't it? You're flicking the duvet off, you're turning your pillow over, you're trying to find some coolness. This is coolness that will be with you all night long.
And if you are someone, maybe you're at a certain time of life where you're overheating, lots of reviews that we have for the pads that we do, because we do bed pads, unfortunately they're sold out at the moment, but lots of people talk about those hot moments, that time of life.
Actually, if you're buying this just for yourself, you could have one on your pillow. You could pop the other one
on the bed.
On the bed under the sheet.
So you've got a cool zone in the bed,
Because normally it's sort of the middle of the body, isn't it, that you find gets really hot. Well, for me, hot and sweaty. So if you just had it on the back area, that could be on the bed, and then the pillow could, and you could get a couple of them if you wanted to. But I do think as well for pet beds, for the pets when they're always looking for that cool spot, isn't it, when it's really hot. And we've had some really warm weather. I know today it's changed a little bit, but they're saying that hot weather's coming back at the weekend, and I think that's all. The weather's changing, isn't it? It's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter. So to have these little helping hands to help you get that good night's sleep. So important to get a good night's sleep. And if you don't sleep well, it affects your everyday. You know, the next day you're snappy, you're irritable. And honestly, if you're not at that right temperature through the night, it does wake you up. There's nothing worse, you know, waking up feeling tired. That coolness, if that can help you get a good night's sleep, honestly, that price is phenomenal for you getting 2 of the pillowcases. So easy to order on our phones or on the website. And if you go onto the website, you'll find absolutely everything. And remember, on the website, if you do spend over £30, you can use PayPal Pay in 3. We're really busy on the Gourmet Vac, which is great, but very busy as well on our collagen. And I think this is so important to so many people.
Yeah, the collagen supplement. We're going to talk you through why it's so important. You'll see lots of celebrities talking about collagen. It's a real buzzword in the beauty industry because we've learned over the years, and we'll talk you through why it's so important, that collagen naturally depletes in the body. And if something naturally depletes, it's good to take a supplement to replace it, isn't it?
It's getting that balance back in life. It's as simple as, if you're thirsty, you'll have a glass of water. If you're lacking in iron, you'll take an iron capsule. So collagen, and though we think collagen is in creams and injections, it's actually, you're born full of collagen. It's in your skin, it's in your bones, your ligaments. We can take a look and see all the different areas where that collagen is. And you will be blown away, because it is virtually the glue that holds our whole body together.
Yeah, all these different areas. So over 30% of the total protein in the body is collagen. Then 40 to 60% of the total protein in connective tissue.
And we said about skin, up to 90% of the skin's protein is collagen. And then type 2 collagen, 50% of all cartilage protein, 50%. And that is over the whole of the body. And as that collagen depletes, and sadly it depletes from the early 20s, as it depletes, that's when you start to see the lines and the wrinkles. the sagginess.
And
to
you
the
start
skin.
to feel it the older you get, don't you?
Getting out of bed and it's just that little bit
Getting out of the chair.
Getting out of a low car or getting into a low car or after you've gardened, you know, everything feels different as we get older. And that collagen depletion makes a difference to how you look and how you feel.
And if a collagen supplement could make a difference, well, amazing, wouldn't it? The depletion factors that also contribute are things like excess sun exposure. So if you love the sun like we do, that's something else that adds to it. The menopause, and we'll talk about that in more depth. Things like smoking and not getting the right nutrients in your diet. Maybe you're on a really high sugar diet, you love all those sweet things. That's going to add to the collagen loss as well.
Air pollution as well, and genetic as well.
Yeah, genetics.
And which you can't do anything really about. But menopause, obviously, as a woman in her 50s, you know how it affects your body. Well, it actually causes even bigger depletion of collagen, a 30% loss there from 50 to 55. So perhaps you've really looked in the mirror and thought, God, I just seem to have aged so much over the last couple of years, or you feel so much older getting out of bed. That could be exactly why, that collagen depletion. So it does make sense if you're lacking in collagen to take it.
And very important to point out, the item that you see on the screen is 3 months supply of the premium servings, 10,000 milligrams per serving. And that's really, really important that you're getting the right amount. It's also a liquid collagen, so it easily absorbs into the body. And it has Lux Light, which is a brand new form of collagen, but it also has Verisol B, which is clinically proven, isn't it?
It's actually the only clinically proven beauty collagen to give the results that we're going to show you, which are quite incredible. But then you have got vitamin C, which is a real powerful antioxidant, which is a vitamin really you should take. Vitamin D, definitely. They say that's the happy hormone, sort of the sunlight vitamin. Then you've got biotin, that's great for hairs and nails. And that's probably what you'll notice first of all. Your hair is growing better. Your nails are better. And then zinc, that's really good for the immune system. And of course, hyaluronic acid, which is a key word that really does help plump up that skin. But when you see the key benefits to all of this, I mean, for me, this isn't just beauty from inside out. This is a product that I think everybody should take.
Yeah, supporting and helping with healthy hair, skin and nails, designed to promote bone and cartilage health as well, as you can see there. Also designed to help boost immunity and muscle function and help with things like fatigue if you're overtired. Also designed to protect against oxidative stresses as well. It's so important when something depletes, like we always say, to have that replacement, and that's exactly what this is going to be.
And get into the habit of taking this every morning. It's a really tasty drink. Honestly, you'll absolutely love it. But it reduces fatigue, a lot of people say, and so if you have it in the morning, it's like that kickstart to the day. But these are the clinical studies that we were talking about, and you can see here the perception study. It was 69 women aged between 35 and 55, so that prime time where they're losing a lot of collagen as well. In 8 weeks, the improvement in skin elasticity, that's the sagginess to your skin, your droopy jowls, your nose to mouth lines, the skin under your arms, you know how that changes as you get old. It improved by 15%.
And that was taking 2,500 to 5,000 milligrams. This is 10,000 milligrams. On top of that, can you imagine having a reduction of eye wrinkles?
Yes, please.
Of 20.1% reduction in eye wrinkles.
And that age-wise, again, from 45 to 65. So really incredible. And that's a measured wrinkle. They actually measure that wrinkle. So it's not just looking and it looks 20%. It's measured and they know it's 20.1% increase. And that's the average. Somewhere
so
a lot
could be
better.
more, yeah.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Now, this is a liquid supplement, like we say. So if you already take lots of capsules and you don't want to take any more vitamins, this looks like a great shot, doesn't it, this time of night?
It tastes amazing, actually.
It does. Now you can
got a little bit of a honey sort of texture to it.
You have it straight from the fridge.
I have it straight out of the fridge every single morning. Get into that habit of doing that. You'll want it, actually. Your body will think of that first of all before you get your cup of coffee or your cup of tea. But you'd rather mix it with things.
Well, I have it like a cordial, so I use it like a dilute in a glass of water, and it's a lovely summer fruits taste, real natural taste.
You can take that to the gym if you go to the gym and have it in your water
in your
bottle.
smoothie or your water bottle, 10,000 milligrams per dosage, and what we're talking about on screen right now is the 3-month supply. We always say that's the optimum to go for.
Yeah, you can go for a month's supply, you can go for 2 months' supply, but best value, but also it is the optimum time for something to get into the body. If you're taking supplements, 3 months is the length of time for it to really start working. You might notice big differences in a month, but 3 months is the optimum time. So this is definitely the bundle to go for. And actually, the bundle this is the bundle you are going for. And of course, this is for the girls and the guys. Though we mentioned menopause, everybody's losing collagen from their early 20s.
Definitely, and it affects all those different areas we talked about.
It's this bit,
the
it's
skin,
this bit.
The bones, the cartilage.
It's this bit.
You know, it's such an important thing for us. It's part of our daily life now.
Well, if you, definitely, we wouldn't be without. Actually, we just visited a friend today, and she said, I wouldn't be without my collagen. And her husband's going, she swears by collagen, and we're exactly the same. We really notice the biggest difference if we forget to take it, or if we run out. And then you start to get out of bed and think,
sometimes
God,
you run out of things,
you
don't you?
feel a bit different, you know. It's all about, if you're lacking in iron, you'd take an iron capsule, wouldn't you? And if you're thirsty, you'd just go and get a glass of water. You get that balance back. So it's exactly the same. We're all losing collagen, and it depletes in our bodies in different ways, but on a whole, you'll see it in your skin, perhaps your lines, your wrinkles, the sagginess. You'll feel it in your body because it's in your muscles, your ligaments, your bones. So as you're getting older, you feel older. It just makes sense to get that balance back. If you're lacking in collagen, take collagen and try and make things right again.
And we read a lot of articles recently. It's called collagen banking. So a lot of younger people now take collagen supplements to top up their collagen levels before it deletes. So to slow down, depletes, not deletes. I wish it would delete.
So it's a bit like a petrol tank, isn't it? You can either let that petrol tank run all the way down and then try and fill it back up, but it's going to take you longer to fill it back up. But actually, if you start young, it's only going to be, and you're going to keep filling it up. Keep filling it up. Keep filling it up.
I love that when we read those articles about it. Now, the best bundle to go for is the 3-month supply. So 234270. You can choose 1, 2, or 3. When you go through to the website, they'll ask you whether you want 1 month supply, 2 month supply, or 3 month supply. We would definitely recommend to go for 3 month supply. The reason being, the longer you take it, the better the benefits, like any supplement.
Yeah, I think you'll probably notice a difference in a month. You might notice a difference in your skin, your hair, your nails, but the longer you take it, that's when you'll start to notice probably the difference in your body and things. But it's something that so many people swear by. And remember, this is Verosyl B collagen. This is the only scientifically proven collagen to give the results that we showed you with lines and wrinkles and elasticity, which is huge.
So get it in your basket, get it home and taste it. Once you've tasted it, you won't want to be without it, will you?
No, you'll want it every single morning.
Yeah. And because it's a liquid collagen supplement, if you already take lots of tablets and capsules.
You struggle to take capsules. My mum really struggles to take this. They all seem to be so big, and often with collagen, you need to take a good few capsules.
Yeah.
This is just one tasty drink, and trying to get into the habit of taking it every single morning, because it actually can help with reducing fatigue as well. So it's giving you that kickstart to the day.
It's that tasty little sweet treat for me first thing. So 234270, choose whether you want 1, 2, or 3 months supply. 3 months at $79.99, or use PayPal Pay in 3, $28.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. Everything's available on the website, shopontv.co.uk. There you'll find the full lineup of products. Now, we mentioned briefly our Adormo mattress, silver mattress. This is infused with silver thread, and we'll talk about the benefits there. We're also going to include a fabulous pillow as part of the bundle. The pillow's available on the website for you to buy at £79, but we're including a pillow with every size, single right through to Super King.
And you got some massive savings, over £200, £164, £214, whichever size you're going for. And you have got a mattress that they've really thought about the ingredients, really, to give you a mattress that gives you and helps you get that good night's sleep. Price-wise, we'll take a little look, because you've got great reductions, huge savings, and crazy prices, actually, for a mattress that has 5-zone technology and Italian Memory foam.
Italian memory foam. Huge savings across the board. So the single recommended retail of £449 comes down to £235. Remember, it's coming with a pillow included that's recommended to be sold at £79.
And that's got that silver treatment on it, and that's all
On the
about the
pillow as well, yeah.
antibacterial treatment on it. Yeah.
Your double size, actually the single and the double, we are a little bit concerned about the amount of stock we've got. Should be in double £499, it's down to £285. Again, over £200 saving.
And then you got the king size as well. Your king size there, £549 down to £389, so saving £164. And then you have got the super king as well, £649 down to £435, so saving £214. You've got PayPal Pay in 3 on absolutely everything that allows you to split that cost. So if you were going for the single, £81.65 would be the first of those 3 payments. But single and double, we are quite low on stock. So please, if you fancy this, get it in a basket really, really quickly. Sleeping well, I think we blame lots of different things. And it truly, if you're not sleeping well, it's down to what you're sleeping on.
And a mattress,
you can nod off on a comfortable sofa, can't you? And you know you nod off if you're tired and you're sat on a comfortable sofa. So if you're getting into bed and you're tired, but you're not sleeping in bed, it's got to be down to what you're sleeping on.
A mattress can make a huge difference to the way you sleep. So when we start with the company themselves who bring us Adormo, it's lots of people with lots of experience from lots of companies who've all joined together.
They've got hundreds of years of experience, haven't they?
They've
taken
made
all the
mattresses,
knowledge that they've got from making a lot of mattresses. You'll recognise the names.
Yeah, from so many big brands, lots of high street names. Adormo bringing you a mattress that has got so many features. So anti-allergy silver treatment cover. We'll talk about the technology of silver, but if you think about where silver is, it's in so many different things now. Gorgeous quilted cover for added comfort, and there's the luxurious Italian memory foam.
Moulds around your shape. It gives you this feeling of weightlessness, so no more pressure points. It gives you this pressure relief where you feel like you're sleeping on a cloud. How often do you wake up and your arm's sort of dead, or you've got pins and needles in your arm, or you just, I'm just not comfortable? When you lay on memory foam for the first time, you won't believe just how heavenly it feels. It's that complete moment, isn't it?
It
as soon
is.
as you get into bed.
You should have that comfort straight away as you get into bed. You shouldn't be trying to find that comfortable position. The memory foam that you can see there, as you get into bed, it's that Italian luxury, that Italian quality. And when you think about memory foam, if you've not slept on memory foam before, it takes on your body shape when you're in bed. So it works with every line of your body.
Yeah, so you might have a pregnant tummy. It'll mould around your, perhaps you just can't get your tummy comfortable at night. It'll mould around that tummy. You can sleep on your front or your back or your sides. Perhaps it's your knees, perhaps it's your shoulder, perhaps it's your hips, wherever you normally feel that there's that pressure. Because if you're sleeping on springs, it's pushing against those certain areas. Whereas this, not only the memory foam, but it's also got 5 very special zones that make sure you've got the support in the right areas, because obviously different areas of your body way different.
Yeah, and this is what's inside the Adormo that we've got for you. You've got that luxury Italian memory foam built into the cover itself, so that's that instant comfort. Then you've also got the Adormo Zone technology. That's a foam that's designed for breathability, but it's also designed to give you the right support in the right areas.
Yeah.
So areas where we carry more weight
Your
traditionally,
hips, your shoulders.
there's more build-up in the mattress
It's
itself.
really clever, that design. And then of course you've got this incredible silver thread.
Yeah.
And silver has got amazing antibacterial properties. So on a mattress that you're going to sleep on every single night, how important is it to have that antibacterial property? And do your own research on silver, but they do use it in plasters and things like that. My mum had a treatment actually that had silver in it. And honestly, that it's used for so many different things. And it's so important, isn't it, to sleep well? And if you don't sleep well, you know what you're like the next day. Well, you're snappy, aren't you? You're irritable. For me, I get really low and I could cry at the drop of a hat. Everything's a trauma. You know, everything gets you down. You're clumsy, can't concentrate at work. You drive and you shouldn't drive tired, but have you ever got to work and you've missed half the journey? Or you've actually got to a roundabout and you've looked, nothing's coming, and you've gone, and then you think, there's lights. Were they red? And then you're trying to look back to see if there was a camera on the light. Did I go through a red light? Then I just looked and there was nothing coming. And if you are trying to be a little bit healthier this year, perhaps you're trying to eat a little bit healthier, trying to get a little bit fitter. If you're not sleeping well, it actually affects how your body eats fat, a good night's sleep. But that, if you get into it really technically. But if you just look at how you are that next day when you haven't slept, if you're trying to eat well, what foods do you go for if you're tired? You go for the sugary things, the bacon sandwiches and things, don't you? Honestly, a good night's sleep, put it into the internet. Don't believe me, put it into the internet. Is a good night's sleep good for my health? And you'll be blown away. There are so many things that I can't say, but it's when we charge our batteries. And we all understand we need to charge our phones, we need to charge our cordless vacuums. They're not going to keep running, are they, if we don't plug them in? We're the same. If we can't be plugged in, but if we don't get a good night's sleep, our batteries run down. We're not working properly. We're not functioning properly. And it's so important. And if you're not sleeping well, I truly believe it's down to what you're sleeping on. And this mattress, Sean, has been so well designed that I think it's got all the key ingredients to make that beautiful cake. If you miss out on the ingredients, that cake might be a little bit flat. It might not have the taste that it should have. They've put all the right ingredients into this to make sure everybody sleeps well.
And on top of all of that, the instant comfort, the instant support, which is so important.
We swear by memory foam, don't we?
But it stops motion transfer. So if I move around in bed at night and you're fast asleep, maybe you work different shifts like people do, or you've got a baby and you have to get up and go to bed at different times. The great thing is the movement. If I get up and down, Hayley won't move at all on the bed.
When we first got
because there's no motion transfer.
I did exactly that. I was like, look, you're not moving. You're not moving. And memory foam, you'll be blown away. One of my neighbours came to me one day. She says, right, we're going to get new mattresses. And what are the memory foam mattresses like? She says, we're going to get separate mattresses. She says, because we disturb each other all night.
Separate beds,
So we're going to have single mattresses. I said, don't do that. I said, honestly, hand on heart, just go for a double or go for the king size. Don't go into separate beds. You will not feel each other move. And they didn't. And he had that moving leg syndrome.
Yeah,
so his legs flipped, restless leg. So he had that through the night, which would disturb her. She never slept well because she always had issues with, her back being
comfort, just getting comfortable.
She couldn't get comfortable, and then she was always up and down to the toilet. So she was always upsetting him because she was tossing and turning and she was getting up and down to the loo. Memory foam changed all of that, and it did for us. And it's one of the main products that we've sold on to all our families.
Yeah, we've told everybody about. And the other thing, if you're thinking, oh, I've heard memory foam makes you hot, that was the solid memory foam mattresses. Remember, this is memory foam topped, then it's got the 5 zones with the breathability that circulates. You never turn it over. You can rotate it if you're different shapes and sizes to your partner, which we all are. I would say rotate it every time you change the bed, but never turn it over. You'll see that I've also got the pillow here because every size comes with one of these pillows included. This is a real luxury pillow with the silver thread sewn through here. It's got memory foam clouds and fibre inside. You'll get one with every mattress, whichever size you go for. But again, look how sumptuous this pillow is. To have a pillow with memory foam and fibre clouds, it's about giving you that comfortable position, not only in your mattress, but also in your pillow.
And that will be vacuum packed into your mattress. The mattress, by the way, does come vacuum packed and rolled.
Yes.
So for actually getting this into a bedroom, up the stairs.
You're in a flat and you need to get it in a lift.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Perhaps you've got a spiral staircase. Perhaps you've got a very small sort of attic room and it's not a huge door, it's not a huge area for you to get a mattress in. We know friends that actually had to take part of the banister down to get their mattress into the house. You won't have that problem.
We once drove past a hotel in London, they'd taken a huge window out and were lifting mattresses in through
they were
the window.
roping it in, weren't they? they? Yeah, which was
it was
just
like a comedy
crazy.
sketch.
But yeah,
This
the big
easily-
sausage it'll look
yeah.
like, and it's really easy. to
Easily
get
in
to
20
everyone.
room. We were lucky enough to see the machine. It puts the mattress in the machine, it flattens it, folds it again, it rolls it, and then it rolls off the production line into a box. On top of that, you've got a 5-year warranty, and you've got 100 nights to try it out.
That is incredible, isn't it? So if you're looking at this today, if you got this right now today, you could sleep on it until the 14th of August. You've got 100 nights, the 14th of August, to see if this is the right mattress for you. At any point you think it's not, you get in touch with a Dormo, and they will actually come and collect the mattress from you, and they'll give you all that you've spent on the mattress, but all you'll have been charged is the delivery cost. So this is your opportunity to try. And this is 5-zone technology, Italian memory foam, silver antibacterial treatment as well on the actual cover, 5-year warranty, and of course that 100-night sleep trial. It ticks every single box.
Go to the website and you'll find all the different sizes. Everything comes under the same item number, 208840. Single, double, king and super king are your size options. You've got all sizes at the moment. Each one will come with a free pillow.
So it's £79.
79,
that pillow,
complimentary
yeah.
pillow included, and that'll be wrapped inside your mattress when it arrives. So don't think you're going to get a separate package. It'll be wrapped inside the mattress.
And I love that breakdown. That is your key ingredients to a good night's sleep. And if you have a good night's sleep, you just feel like a better person that next day, don't you? Do check those baskets through. We say about kids, don't we, when they have tantrums, they're tired. And we're the same as adults. If we're tired, we're not good people, are we? Fall out with a loved one, you're snappy, you're irritable. Get a good night's sleep, and a mattress can make that difference. But we've got another product for you, which I think can make a huge difference in your home.
We've changed the details on the screen for you for our Gurmy Mattress Vac. So 853766 is your item number. This is a mattress vac that has lots of technology built into it. That's why you can't just use a regular vacuum.
No.
You can. You'll get a few benefits, but not the benefits you get that we're going to talk about. This is about fighting mites, dust mites and allergens. It's got amazing HEPA filtration. You'll see the dirt it picks up. I've already picked up a ton of dirt in a matter of moments on a few different surfaces, but it's not just for mattresses.
Sofas, cushions, and perhaps you've got a new car, but it's a second-hand car. Perhaps that back seat it just feels a little bit itchy. Perhaps they had a pet and that pet brought some itchy friends in. Or perhaps it is a caravan that you've bought. And again, you can't throw all the sofa cushions into the washing machine, but because this has got a UV light technology, not only has it got great suction to suck up things like dead skin cells, but the UV light will actually kill up to 99% of bacteria, dust mites, allergens, and makes me itch, those itchy friends that the dog and the cat bring in. Use it on the pet bed, use it on the cushions that you can't wash, making sure with this very clever technology, not only the suction, but the fact it's got the Vibrowave pads that beat 3,000 times a minute, knocking anything that's really deep down in the mattress, deep down in a cushion, deep down in a pillow, knocking it to the surface, and then the UV light killing. Mattresses, pillows, upholstery, sofas, pet beds, cars, caravans. Perhaps you've got an Airbnb. It's allowing you to do a really deep down clean.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what angle you want to clean out, whether it's upright, vertical, horizontal, it'll still have the same suction. So if you want to do the end of your bed, if you want to do the divan on your bed, it's perfect for that.
Boards. I always think about
yeah.
headboards, especially if you've rented a place, because that headboard's had all sorts of heads on it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you can't wash that.
No, and you'd be really concerned about the angle trying to get, but there's no loss of suction however you use this, whether it's upright, vertical, horizontal, it doesn't matter. And remember, it's not just in the bedroom that you're going to use it. You're going to use it on all your upholstery as well. It's such a brilliant bit of kit at such a great price.
And that could be a second-hand sofa, or Sean's niece got a puppy and it came home with lots of little friends. It came awfully, it got fleas, and they'd only just bought a sofa, they'd just done the whole of the downstairs up. and the fleas were everywhere. They were infested. And this absolute godsend to actually help get rid of those nasty friends of your pets. Your pets do sit on your sofas, they sit on your beds, they bring in all sorts. But actually, us as well, we shed so many dead skin cells, our body ash, and the dust mites actually feed off that. If you're on the internet, just put in, get ready for it though, what can live in an unclean mattress.
You won't be happy.
Oh, it make you itch when you actually see them.
The other great thing, to get the price that we've got tonight, whilst it's back in stock, you can see our usual price is just shy of 150. Advanced homewares, exactly the same, 149.99. On buy, 145.99. At Amazon, 139 £. We've got it for 79.99.
They do great prices at Amazon. Honestly, we're so busy on this. We have sold out of this. When we first brought it to air, it was the first 3 or 4 times complete sellouts each show. And this is why, when we were like, a vacuum for your mattress, what do you need that for? And after doing one show, we were like, oh my goodness, everybody should have this.
I need that.
Definitely, we need this. When you look into how it works, the UV light that's killing up to 99% of bacteria, dust mites, allergens, as well as the suction that's picking up those dead skin cells. So you know UV light, mites, bacteria, allergens, no, no, no. And this is what it's all about. It's a deep down clean on items in your home that you can't put into the washing machine. How else would you actually do what we're doing with the Gurmy?
No.
On your mattress, on your bed head, on your sofa,
it's about
on the back car seat.
That technology that's built into this. And Gurmy, big Italian brand, huge producer, one of the biggest producers of small household electrical items, and constantly innovating, bringing new designs. It's lightweight, it's easy to use. Underneath there is where the technology is. So you've got your red paddles that beat the surface of whatever you're cleaning, whether it's your mattress, your pet bed, up to 3,000 times per minute. Then here, you don't actually see it, but that's where your UV light is that kills all those nasties that are brought to the surface. The suction power, you can hear the power of the suction just there. And if I just show you this section, these are the wheels that undulate to the surface. So if you've got an uneven surface, it'll still get all those nasties out.
It's like this mattress or like your sofa or perhaps your car seats. It'll move with the texture of the actual product that you're going over, and you'll be blown away. Now, this dirt is our producer's dirt from her rented accommodation.
That sounds a bit wrong.
It was, but it was from her mattress. Yes. She went home because she knew when she first rented the place. They said it was a new mattress. They promised her it was.
She's just telling us.
She still, though, vacuumed her mattress every single time she changed her bed in with a regular vacuum. And then she took this home to try it. Ooh. And she could not believe the dirt and dust that came out of a mattress that she thought was clean.
And she also said it only took a couple of minutes to get this dirt out. Under a minute, in fact, for the bed alone. But you'll use it on so many different surfaces. If you've seen me using it, now our mattress is new. But things like headboards, upholstery, chairs, cushions, I've used this on. And it doesn't look dirty, but what this does, remember, those red paddles batter the surface, like we always say, like when we used to clean a rug over the line and
throw it over the line, and as you hit it, it would bring the tiniest bits of dust out.
Not me and Hayley personally, because we're obviously far too young to have done that.
But that's exactly what it's doing, and beating up to 3,000 times a minute. So knocking as well, dust mites, they do lay their eggs quite deep down, so knocking those up.
Yeah, bringing that to the surface. And when they bring it to the surface, the UV light is then going to kill, or it's designed to help kill all those nasties that we were talking about. And then the suction takes it up into the actual container. Now, I'm going to show you what I've collected over the night. This isn't just in the few passes that I've done.
And really, this is a very new mattress, very new pillows. The cushions have been used before. The headbed's been in and out and used quite a lot. Oh my word!
Now,
oh gosh, you've picked up even more now.
Again, I've done this a couple of times, and I've put it back into the container.
There's more in there now.
There's all sorts of hairs hanging off here. So first of all, what's in here?
That's our HEPA filtration. Do your own research why HEPA filtration is so good. But there's your big bits, first of all.
And then if we look around the outside of the metal filter, we'll brush away any bigger bits that are on the outside. And then you unlock the metal filter. It just locks in. And then you open that up, as you can see. And then when I do this, we'll get some dirt out of there. There's a fine dust across the bottom of the metal filter. Again, these are all washable, but I would definitely add in a second filter. They're available just at the bottom of the screen for you. It's just an extra $4.33 if you're using PayPal paying 3 on your first of 3 payments. And then when you look around here,
oh my word,
this
that's
is before
nasty.
I even touch it.
And that was white, and now it looks grey.
Oh.
Oh. We lose 500 million skin cells a day.
Look at that.
And that's you, and then your partner, and then of course the cats and dogs, they'll lose skin cells, and that's the real fine particles. Allergens, pollen.
I'm going to need a shower in a minute.
Oh, dust really upsets me, especially when it's like this. I used to babysit in a house, and it was an old property, and they were very clean, but it had that musty, sort of old, dusty smell to it, and my eyes would stream. And can you imagine if you're sleeping on this and you do suffer with allergens? This could make such a difference.
It's raining.
Oh, oh no!
Oh,
the
Googled some facts.
Adult loses 2 heaped teaspoons of dead skin cells. 2 heaped teaspoons.
Oh, no.
I mean, that is, what a horrible thought. And that's going into your mattress. That's going into your pillows. That's going into your sofa. And then you're laying, sitting, putting your head onto, and that is then going up your nose.
Isn't it? You're laying in it,
you're breathing
that in.
I mean, it's phenomenal. And honestly, we were sceptical. We're like, really, what are we going to need? What do we need a mattress vac for? And you know, you can't see the dirt. But then as we did the demonstrations, we're like, oh my goodness. And then when we realised as well, it's not just about this being a really great suction vacuum. It's the UV light that kills, which is so impressive as well. Because if there are any sort of dust mites in there, it's killed up to 99% of those. The bacteria, the allergens, it's picked up the dead skin. And you will be blown away how well it works. Because, oh, look at your finger.
Look at that.
Oh, that's vile, isn't it? And that's because you've got that HEPA filtration, even the finest of particles. Oh, we're going to have to wash you down.
Going to dip me in something, sheep dip.
You're not coming back in the car with me unless you have a shower. But our lovely Bev, who comes and demonstrates a lot of products with us, she obviously has tried and tested lots of things, and she'd never tried a mattress vac, and she was the same as us. I wonder, when we saw her, she was like, oh my goodness, she said, I tried it on the spare bedroom mattress because it's hardly ever slept on. The cats go in there, the cats lay on it. She says, but we hardly ever have any visitors sleeping on it. And then she showed us the dirt she'd picked up. Oh my word. And that does make you itch, doesn't it? And that's I mean, you can see the sort of cat hair there, but that's probably what the cats have brought in. They have got patio doors in that room, so often have the doors open so the cats can come and go. So that's the pollen that's come in as well.
All those fine particles. You know when you see the sunlight comes through the window and you see all that dust and...
It used to be worse in the olden days, when you used to vacuum with a vacuum. When the light came in, you could see like an exhaust of dust coming out the back of the vacuum, couldn't you? Well, that HEPA filtration locks those really fine particles in, so you know that it's staying in the machine, and that's exactly what you're seeing on Sean's hands and things. And do your own research on why HEPA filtration is so good.
And I just want to show you the power of the suction. Obviously, it does batter. Look at all that we've taken out of it already. I'm going to put it back into the machine and lock it into that filtration. But this isn't only showing you the surface dirt. What it's doing is getting down deep because of those red paddles that are on the base of there.
They're beating, aren't they?
Beating the mattress up to 3,000 times per minute.
So that's knocking anything that's deep down in the mattress, like sadly, dust mite eggs and things, knocking those up so the suction can then pull through. So that's your beating paddles there. 3,000 times they beat a minute. There's the UV light, and we don't see that, do
No,
we?
it's invisible to the human eye, but once everything's beaten and brought to the surface, the UV light is designed to kill all those nasties. And then the suction, which is the power that you hear there, when I put my hand over it, means it locks it all inside there.
It truly is a deep down clean, isn't it? It's so easy to manoeuvre as well. It's super lightweight. It's got a super long cord.
Yeah, it's
too.
4.2 metres.
So you haven't got to keep plugging it in to get round
You'll
the
easily
bed.
get round the entire mattress. And the other thing to remember is if you want to do things
Yeah.
like headboards,
Any
that's
angle.
easy as well. It doesn't matter what angle you're working at.
And if
with
you're
this.
going, perhaps you're going away and you stay in it might be an Airbnb, it might be a rented accommodation, it might be if it's self-catering and you know other people have slept there. If you do suffer with allergies and things, isn't there peace of mind? I often look at the headboards and think, oh gosh, loads of people's heads have been on that headboard, and I don't know if I want to lean my head onto that headboard, or the pillows. Loads of people's heads and their dead skin cells are in that pillow that I'm laying on. Or perhaps you're in rented accommodation and the mattress obviously came with the rented accommodation. Loads of bodies have slept on that bed. But if you have got cats and dogs, they sleep on your beds, get onto your sofas. They bring in lots of itchy friends and bits and pieces when they go out and about. And again, you've got technology that's not only got great suction, but has got that UV light, killing up to 99% of bacteria, dust mites, allergens, picking up the dead skin cells. But then you've also got the VibraWave pads, and they vibrate 3,000 times a minute. So that's the red pads there. And that beating will make sure that anything's deep into the mattress, anything that's deep in the headboard, anything that's deep in your sofa, your car seats, perhaps you've got a second-hand car, a second-hand caravan, that is beating to make sure that anything that's sort of set deep into your soft furnishings, it knocks that out. So then the suction can pull it up and the UV light, which is right there, can then kill. So it's a deep down clean with this machine. We had a lovely email from a gentleman that's got an Airbnb, and he was like, oh my goodness, I'm buying this, and I'm actually going to put the details on my Airbnb details to say that I sanitize the mattress with UV light. I sanitize the sofa with UV light. So it's a great sales point. And of course it is. Wouldn't you feel, isn't it peace of mind that you're going into somewhere that really has been deep down clean? You know, often you'll go into a hotel and it just feels itchy, doesn't it? Or perhaps you do buy, we all buy, I think, second-hand cars, second-hand caravans, second-hand furniture, sofas and things for the house. And they always just feel a little bit itchy. And you just think, if I could just put it in the washing machine, but you can't, can you? You can't put the whole of the caravan in the washing machine or the back of the car in the washing machine. But you can use this great technology with that UV light and give that deep down clean. And when you see it fighting mites and allergens, and see where you can use it, Sean, it's so versatile.
That HEPA filtration is absolutely brilliant. You'll be amazed at the dirt that it picks up. Don't just think the mattress when it comes to the bedding. It could be things like bed runners. It could be over the top of duvets and duvet covers if you want to. But then when you take it into the living areas, your upholstery, your cushions, your pet beds, that UV sterilising lamp, those paddles that beat the surface, and Gurmey are a huge brand.
They've been going since 1919, Gurmey, and they are a huge brand that actually, what they specialise in is household appliances. Italian company, and it's absolutely been built so beautifully. But something that you might think at first, really, do I need a vacuum for my mattress and my furnishings? And then when you discover the UV light, that it can kill the bacteria, dust mites, allergens, and then do your own research, go onto the internet and see what can live in an unclean mattress, and see what lives in your mattresses. because you might vacuum your mattresses now, but sadly you can't see deep into the mattress, and a regular vacuum will pick up a few of the little bits, but it hasn't got that UV light technology, which is killing, and it hasn't got those pads which is beating to make sure that and it's often the dust mites eggs that are deep down in the mattress, knocking those up, or in your sofas, or if you've got pets, it could be the itchy friends they bring
it
in.
could. And price-wise, we've got such a great price.
Great deal.
Still holding at the $79.99 price. If you buy advanced homewares, $149.99 on buy, $145.99 at Amazon, £139. With us, it's down to $79.99 or $28.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you use PayPal Pay in 3. 853766 is the item number. shopontv.co.uk. You can order on the phone. Phones are really busy again tonight. 03333 241 241.
It's sold out. We've brought this to air. I think probably the three or four times it sold out completely before we, very much an hour or so into the show. The stock we've got tonight is depleting really quick, and I think we're really aware, aren't we now, about how clean our homes are. I think we went through that time, didn't we? And I know for me, I still wash my hands singing happy birthday twice, because I want to make sure my hands are thoroughly clean. And I think it's all stayed in our minds, so we try and have a clean home, and we do try to clean as much as we possibly can. But how do you clean deep into a mattress? How do you clean deep into a sofa? Or how do you clean deep into the car seats, the caravan seats, the bed head? And if you're in rented accommodation, it's not just your dead skin cells that are in those products, in the sofa, in the bed head. But the dead skin cells, whether they're yours or someone else's, they attract the dust mites, and the dust mites then lay eggs, and it just continues. And if you actually look at what a dust mite is like, you'd be, I don't want to get into bed and sleep on anything like that. I don't want to sit on the sofa if they're in there. What this will do is not only with great suction help to vacuum that up, but with that beating that it does, it makes sure it knocks all the eggs that are deep down in the mattress up. But it's the UV light that's the secret, because that will kill up to 99% of the bacteria, the allergens, the dust mites, as well as picking up the dead skin cells. Allergens as well at this time of year with the pollen that's coming into the house. I suffer really badly with dust allergies, and I used to babysit in a house years and years ago, and they were clean, but it was an old property and it had that musty, dusty sort of smell to it. My eyes would stream, my nose would stream. And if I could have just gone with this in my hand and just when they'd left, just vacuumed the sofa that I sat on, so I just knew that little bit of environment I'd cleaned up for me. I think for so many it can make such a difference, but it is that peace of mind that you've deep down cleaned, Sean, things that we can't put into the washing. We can't put a mattress into a washing machine.
No, and you can take this to so many different surfaces. We've done mattresses, pillows, pillowcases,
the dog bed,
cushions, dog beds, upholstery, chairs in the back of the car. If you're upcycling furniture, you're buying old furniture and you want to upcycle it, you're not sure what's living inside those cushions. Now, obviously we've been using this throughout the entire show. I just want to show you what's inside, and really easy to empty out the actual container. So you just unlock it and then pull it away from the body of the machine. You've got double filtration in here, so you've got a metal filter and a HEPA filter. So if I just take that out of the container first of all, now I'm going to move the container out because I can see everything's clinging to this metal filter. If I spin this round, you'll see, first of all of these large particles on the metal filter. Now, I say, it is a 2-stage filter. It is washable. So when you take it out, just rinse it under warm water and that'll clean it through for you and air dry it. If you do want a second filter, I'd definitely add one in just at the bottom of the screen there, and just $4.33 extra if you're using PayPal Pay in 3. When you want to unlock that metal, just spin that round and then take it away. Already I can see lots of dirt around the metal filter itself. So I'm just going to try and clear that away first of all. And this will be the bigger debris. So things like hair and bigger particles of dust. But then when we look at the paper filter, the HEPA filter that's in here, my word, even if I just spin it round without touching it, can you see how it's all built up? in those crevices.
It looks
and in
grey,
those
doesn't it? It
folds.
was white, really.
It was white, yeah, it was white like the base that you see there. But as soon as I touch this,
it's nasty.
you're going to see it starts to break all that fine.
And that's the really fine particles. Do your own research on HEPA filtration. Why HEPA filtration is so good if you do suffer with allergies, because that's collected the tiniest particles.
You can see it all falling down there. It's like snowing down. So it could be things like dead skin cells. We talked about how many skin cells we lose on a human body. Things like dust mites, eggs that gather in there. But the great thing is, because you've got that UV light on there and those beating panels, it beats everything to the surface. The UV light is designed to kill any of those items, and then the suction and the HEPA filtration locks it all in. But if I just tap on there, you can see the amount of dust
doesn't it?
and dirt that's still coming through. They're saying it's horrible. You want to stick your fingers in here.
They are in the gallery. They're like, it is horrible, and it is. And you'll be itching because you'll think, there's no way my mattress is that dirty. There's no way my sofa is that dirty. But honestly, get it home. Try it on the spare room mattress first of all and see the difference and what's inside, because that's exactly what Bev did. She tried it on the cleanest mattress in the house and could not believe what was actually in that mattress. And really, when you think about our mattress is a new mattress very much that's not been slept on. It's a demonstration mattress. The headboard and the bed head, the bed has been used, and the sofa and things and that have been sat on, and the cushions have been used. It's a horrible thought, but do go on the internet and see what a dust mite looks like, and see what can live in my mattress. And when you put clean sheets on, you think, oh, heaven. But if those clean sheets are on top of that dust and dirt that's deep down, really, in your mattress, because we couldn't see that until we vacuumed it up. We didn't see those bits.
No.
We didn't visually see it because it's deep in the mattress, in the sofa, in the headboard, and your car seats and your caravan seats. If you buy anything second-hand, this is phenomenal, because that's getting rid of someone else's dead skin cells. But remember, you've got those pads, that's the red area, and they're very clever technology, vibrawave technology, and they will beat 3,000 times a minute.
Yeah. And so bring all the nasties to the surface. Then here you've got a UV light. Now that UV light is going to kill those nasties. That's what that's designed to do. And then the suction is going to take all of that into the canister and lock it into the HEPA filtration. You see it spinning around there even at the last moment. The other thing is it's lightweight, it's easy to use. You don't have to hold the button down, you just press it on and you're good to go. You've got a really long cord, so you're going to get around the entire bed or whatever surface you're cleaning. And remember, horizontally, vertically, it doesn't matter. You're going to get those results every time. And the price is brilliant as well.
The price is amazing. And remember where you can use this: here, there and everywhere. Price-wise, you can get there at our regular price, Advanced Homewares. On buy.com, £146 practically, and then Amazon, £139. They do some great prices, Amazon, but nowhere near our $79.99. We've had this product to air, I think the first 3-4 times it sold out completely, and we do struggle to keep the stock. So please check all of this out on the website, pop it in a basket, check it through, and just know that you are doing that deep down clean. Don't forget to go for the extra HEPA filter as well. Lots of you doing that. It's only an extra $4.33 in your basket. But it is that UV technology that really is allowing you to feel you've got that deep down clean. On a mattress that you just can't put into the washing machine. On a sofa, you can't put that into a washing machine. How do you clean that second-hand sofa, the car seats? It's phenomenal. But we're moving on to another product that's really busy, and a product that we definitely swear by.
Yeah, this is a collagen supplement we're going to talk about now, and it's a liquid collagen supplement from Pure Nutrition. Has the most fantastic ingredients that we're going to talk you through. Now, details on the screen are for a 3-month supply. That's the optimum for me, because the longer you take it, the better results that you will see, especially if you're starting from scratch with a collagen supplement.
Well, supplements, they have to get into your body. So you can buy a 1-month supply, you can buy a 2-month supply, but 3 months is the optimum for you to really see those differences. You might start to see a difference in that 1 month, but honestly go for the 3, and most of, well, actually all of you going for that. It's a really tasty liquid drink, which I would say pop in the fridge and get into the habit of having every single morning. It also can help, they say, with tiredness, so definitely take it in the morning. But some really key ingredients that can help with the fact that we lose collagen. Now, you might think, well, hang on, collagen's in injections and it's in skincare.
Yeah.
But actually, when you're born, we are full of collagen.
It's in so many different parts of the body, and we can show you that on these slides here. So over 30% of the total protein in the body is made up of collagen. Then 40 to 60% of the total protein in connective tissue is collagen.
And then your actual skin, up to 90% of the skin's protein is collagen, and type 2 collagen, 50% of all cartilage protein. So we really are, the skin, the bones, the muscles, the ligaments, it really is the building block of our body is collagen. But sadly, as we age, and we're born and we're full of it, but then from our early 20s, I didn't know we aged from our early 20s, but we do, it starts to deplete.
Yeah, and it naturally depletes, doesn't it? It's just a part of aging. So when anything depletes, you should try and replace it, especially something that's so advanced in the entire body.
And the reason you want to do that is you'll see it in the skin, your lines, your wrinkles, you'll feel it in your body as that collagen's depleting. You're looking in the mirror and you're looking older. You're getting out of the bed in the morning, you're feeling older. But actually, it's not just age that helps that collagen to deplete. There's other everyday factors.
So many other
that
factors
can make it deplete even quicker.
Yeah, that contribute to collagen loss. So if you're someone who loves the sunshine like we do, that will also add.
Smoking is a huge one.
The menopause, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. Nutrient deficiency. So if you've not got a great diet, and if your diet is high sugar, that will also add to your collagen loss. Things like air pollution and things in your genetics that you just inherit that you can't help at all.
No, and menopause, and we can't help that, sadly, and that can cause a huge depletion. It can actually mean you lose 30% of your collagen in just 5 years.
Yeah.
So perhaps you've noticed, perhaps you're going through that right now and you're looking in the mirror and you really notice a difference in your skin, the elasticity, the droopiness to your jowls, or perhaps your neck area, or perhaps you're getting really deep nose to mouth lines, or perhaps you notice it in your body, you're feeling older. So doesn't it make sense, if losing collagen can help cause all these things, that actually taking collagen can help you get that balance back? And the wonderful thing is we've got some amazing ingredients in the Pure Nutrition range. And this is, well, the key one for me is Verisol B, because Verisol B is the only clinically proven beauty collagen to give the results that we will show you in a minute, which are incredible results on reduction of wrinkle depth and an increase in elasticity, which is that sagging skin that we don't like. But then we've got the
Lux Light is a new form of collagen, isn't it?
A brand new form of collagen, and it's actually one of the top 6 collagen manufacturers that are in the world that has brought this collagen out. And this is the very first time it's been used in the UK, and you've got that also in your Pure Nutrition collagen. But then you've got some really amazing vitamins.
The vitamins are great. You've got vitamin C and vitamin D. You've got biotin and zinc in here. Vitamin D they call the happy hormone. Vitamin C, that powerful antioxidant. Biotin designed to help with hair and health and skin and nail. You've got the fabulous hyaluronic acid, and we talk about that a lot of the time when it comes to beauty. Hyaluronic acid, and this is all beauty.
It's a key word, isn't it? And it's all about, again, it's plumping up that skin. So you can see here there's some real key benefits, and it supports healthy hair, skin and nails. I think you'll probably notice a difference in your hair and your nails in that first month, but then also promotes bone and cartilage health, which is so important as you're aging. My mum takes collagen, and she's not bothered about her skin or how she looks. It's about her body that she wants it. They boost immunity and muscle function as well, things that are so important as we're getting older.
Also designed to help reduce fatigue. And we always say individual results are very different. People will see
different benefits. Protects against oxidative stresses as well. If you want to go for this, the details on the screen are for the 3-month supply, and for us that is the optimum, because the longer you take it, the better. Now these figures are what we'll talk about when we talk about scientifically proven.
So this is the perception study, and this is an 8-week trial. So it was 69 women aged between 35 and 55. So 55 is that sort of menopausal sort of time, 50 to 55. And this is taking a lesser amount than you will be taking with your serving that you're getting from your actual collagen drink. But they saw a 15% improvement, and on average, in skin elasticity. That's the sagginess to your skin. Have you got the droopy jowls coming? Is it your neck that you absolutely hate now? Is it the nose to mouth lines that have got really deep because your skin hasn't got the strength that you used to have? Perhaps it's the underarm skin that you really hate now as you've aged. Imagine having something to get the balance back and improve that elasticity. But something I think you'll all say, yes, please. What about wrinkle depth?
You want to improve that wrinkle depth, the reduction of wrinkles around the eye area. Well, in that study, you can see of 114 women, 20.1% of reduction of their eye wrinkle. It showed a statistically significant, that's hard to say at this time of night. It's such an amazing result that you can get. And we always say individual results will vary.
Less wrinkle depth. And it's measured. It's not someone looking and thinking, oh, that looks about 20% better, that. It's actually measured wrinkles. And that's huge, isn't it? Beauty from inside out. But it's not just about, for me, beauty. It's your whole body. Collagen, honestly, is the glue that holds your body together. And doesn't it make sense? If you're lacking in something, if you went to the doctors and they said, well, did some tests, you're lacking in iron. So what we'll say, take an iron capsule. And you go, oh, God, yeah, of course, that makes sense. I'll take, to get my balance, my iron levels right. Or even as simple as if you're thirsty, to get that right, you'll take a glass of water. So if we're losing collagen and you're visually seeing that difference in your skin, you're feeling that difference as you're getting out of bed or after you've gardened or after you've run around after the kids or the grandkids. Does it make sense to take collagen just to get those levels right again? And I don't think it's ever too early. You start losing collagen in your early 20s, and actually we've read a lot that a lot of younger people in their 20s now are taking collagen already.
Yeah, it's called collagen banking. So before the depletion in your collagen starts, it's like you're topping it up before it goes down.
It's a bit like if you've got a tank of petrol, rather than letting that tank of petrol run completely empty and then you've got to fill it all the way back up, and they're allowing it to go down a bit and then topping it. So don't think if you're in your 20s, yes, collagen I think is so important for all and everybody.
And the details on the screen will give you 3 months supply. It's also a liquid collagen, importantly, so it's easily absorbed, and for me it's easier to take than capsules. If you already take lots of vitamins and lots of capsules, this is a gorgeous liquid. I know Hayley likes to take it first thing in the morning. I put it into a glass of water and stir it up, and it's a great cordial.
It's quite nice actually on a yogurt as well.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of a honey texture to it.
And it's a lovely berry taste, isn't it?
Do have it in the morning, because they do say it really helps with fatigue. So, you know, don't take it before you go to bed. Get in the habit of having it in the morning, because it'll be like that kick start. You'll want this before your first cup of coffee, you know, first cup of tea. It's that start to the day. And
that triple pack is the best value for money as well. So 234-270, a 3-month supply of liquid collagen for $79.99 or $28.31 on your first of 3 interest-free.
And if you do want more details, check it all out on our website. It's all written there for you, what the ingredients are, the difference it can make. It's all there on our website. Oh my word, we've got some amazing deals on fans. Yeah. This one is absolutely crazy. We were selling this not that long ago, $59.99, I'm sure it was, and it's gone down to $24.99. There's 2 colour choices. Great looking fans, aren't they?
Yeah, really stylish. You've got the black or grey. They're both accented with that rose gold finish. It's got a 30-watt power on there, 3 speeds, a 2-hour timer. You've got great oscillation from side to side. Brilliant if you're thinking of your home, if you've got a caravan, maybe you've got a conservatory that you're not using, or your office at home, and it looks really stylish and really portable. 14 inches high. It is about 35 centimetres you're talking about. And it comes with a 3-year warranty upon registration because it's from Tower and they're passionate about their products. Not only Tower fans, we've also got pedestal fans and desk fans available for you, all with that great stylish finish and all coming with a 3-year warranty as long as you register them with Tower.
Yeah, so well worth every home, I think, especially with the weather we're having. And they say that hot weather is coming back again. I think we're going to have a bit of a hot year this year. Get the fans whilst they're available. When it gets into the summer, so often those fans sell out and we haven't got them and you wish you'd bought them. Order them now, especially $24.99. My goodness, crazy. Crazy. If you are just joining us, lovely to have your company. Perhaps you've just come in from work. Perhaps you're just getting up to go to work. Perhaps you just haven't slept well last night. We've got a great product here that has been hugely busy. It's been the star of the show, actually.
Yeah, it's a mattress vac. And if you think, well, I'm not sure what a mattress vac's for, this has great technology. It's designed to fight mites and allergens, as you can see here in the clip. It's got amazing HEPA filtration, so it goes down to the finest of particles. It's for your mattresses, but it's also for upholstery, for sofas, for chairs, for the back of the car, for the dog bed, for cushions and for pillows. You will be amazed at what comes out of here. And because it's got a UV sterilising lamp, it's designed to kill all those nasties. And then the suction power on here takes all those nasties into the canister and locks them into that HEPA filtration. It comes from Gurmy. Gurmy is one of the biggest producers of small appliances, electrical appliances, and constantly innovating. We've had a great email from John from Glasgow.
Morning,
Hi, John. Lovely to hear from you. He's been using it for ages.
Yes.
Gives him real peace of mind because he's got dogs as well and pets. So it's brilliant on so many surfaces.
We do say that a lot, don't we? Because if you have got dogs and cats, they bring in some extra friends at times, some itchy friends, and brings all and everything in. And they lay on your bed, they lay on your sofa. What you know you're doing here is deep down cleaning. So it's not just about great suction, because you might think, well, I can use my regular vacuum on my mattress. It is really about the fact it's got the VibraWave pads. They beat 3,000 times a minute. And what that is doing, if there's anything deep in the mattress, and do your own research on dust mites and dust mite eggs and things, they're usually deep down in the mattress. It will beat them to the surface. The suction will then pull them up. But it is really the secret of the UV light. And that UV light kills up to 99% of bacteria, the dust mites, allergens, picking up the dead skin, picking up the nasties that the cats and dogs have brought in. And if you go onto the internet and perhaps just put in what can live in my mattress, you wouldn't feel that your mattress was so nice when you got into bed, even if you just put clean sheets on. That's the best feeling ever, isn't it? If you knew the nasties that could be in your mattress. And actually, we now always vacuum out our suitcases.
Yeah, when we bring them back from holiday.
Because there was a time a bit back, wasn't there, when lots of things were coming back in suitcases. And so now we always vacuum our suitcase through. But we're not just vacuuming, we're using that UV light as well to kill.
Yeah, and the technology underneath here that Hayley's just been talking about, these are the paddles you were talking about, Hayley, and these literally batter the surface of whatever you're cleaning up to 3,000 times per minute. And we always use that analogy of an old rug over the washing line when we used to beat it to get all the dust out of it.
And you'd see the real fine dust coming out of it. It's doing exactly that.
And the great thing is, if you're thinking about something like a mattress, it gets deep down into mattress, and if you've got things like dust mite eggs, it brings those to the surface for you. Then the UV light, invisible to the human eye, but that will then kill those nasties we talked about. It's not going to hurt pets or animals or people. And then the power of the suction, if I put my hand on there, you can really hear that power. The power of the suction means it all is taken into the canister and it's locked into the filter that's in the side there. Something else to show you are these little wheels that are underneath. You can see they undulate toward the surface of whatever you're working on. So if it's an uneven surface, it will literally work with that surface for you. And the touch of a button, it starts the suction and the whole process of the machine itself. You don't have to hold it down, you just press it
and it stays on for as long as you want it on. But you will be amazed at what it collects. And this is, I mean, I've been using this all night and I've put back the debris each time I've emptied it out. But I want to show you, because this is a new mattress.
Yeah. I mean, nothing really here should be too dirty because it is a new mattress, new pillows. The headboard and the bed's been used a lot. The sofas we do sit on quite a great deal. The cushions we do use quite a lot. But you wouldn't think it would be really dirty, but honestly, just because you can't see the dirt, it's the deep down dirt that you're going to find.
It's those fine particles of dirt. So the canister that's on the machine just unlocks like so, then you can take it away from the body of the machine. You've got a 2-stage filtration in here. You've got a metal filter and a HEPA filter. So I'm just going to take that out first of all for you. Now you might have seen those straight away, some of the bigger debris has fallen down into the canister, so we'll empty that out and you can see the bigger bits that are there. There's even things like really long hairs in there. When you look around the metal filter, what I would normally do is just wipe around there first of all. I wouldn't normally use my finger. And then when I undo the actual metal filter, I'll take that one out for you. Straight away, if I tap this onto here, it'll start to pour the dirt out of here.
That's the HEPA filter, and do your own research on HEPA filtration, why it's so good if you do suffer with allergies. Because that was white, and that's now collected like the finest of particles.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of dirt that's in there. Now, this is a concertina, but if I just use my finger and start shaking this through for you.
It makes me itch.
This will loosen the dirt, but look underneath the filter where it's all falling down onto that white clipboard.
And that could be pollen, that's going to be dead skin cells, that could be your dead skin cells if you're in rented accommodation, somebody else's dead skin cells. And that again, it's collected up the dust mites, and of course with the UV light it's killed them, but of course with that HEPA filtration it's locked the finest of particles into that HEPA filter. Makes me itch. I mean, that would, if I was sat by you right now, that would make me cough. That would actually irritate my eyes. I wouldn't be able to do that because dust really, I used to babysit in a really dusty property. Well, it was an old property actually. It was very clean, but very dusty. My eyes would stream. And if I could have taken something, if I could have just sort of vacuumed and used that UV light on the sofa I sat on all night, I'm sure it would have made such a difference.
And if I lift that up,
at that.
oh, look.
Now, that HEPA filter, by the way, you can go for a spare of those. And 1 in 2 of you are doing exactly that. I would do that because when you wash and leave that one to dry, because you need to let it air dry, you've always got a spare. And the brilliant thing is, if you put it into your PayPal basket with your machine right now, it's only an extra £4.33. So it's well worth getting that extra HEPA filter. And when you, oh my goodness, and when you see that dirt, and that is dirt that was off a pretty clean mattress, and sofas and cushions that are used, you know, in the studio, but not as much as we use our sofas at home. And perhaps you've got a second-hand sofa.
Yeah.
Perhaps you bought a caravan, actually, and you love your little caravan, but actually, I don't know, there's something just not right about the seats, the cushions. They always feel a little bit itchy. Perhaps they had a pet, a cat, or a dog, but it's somebody else's dirt, isn't it? And you can't put all of those cushions into a washing machine. What you can do is get a deep down clean with this vacuum because it's got that UV light. And what you're doing is killing dust mites, bacteria, and the allergens, and you're picking up those dead skin cells. Perhaps you're in rented accommodation, so actually everything in your home has got other people's dead skin cells in. And have a little look what dead skin cells attract. And it is the dust mites, that's what they feed off. But remember, because it's got those beating pads as well, even if you've got a deep mattress, it beats those pads 3,000 times a minute, and that knocks the actual, because the dust mites will bury the eggs deep into the actual mattress. That will knock those eggs, and it'll allow this great suction from this vacuum to pull those up into the vacuum. Of course, it's going through that HEPA filtration, but before it gets there, it's being killed by that UV light. And that was your 3,000 sort of vibrations a minute that we just saw there. UV light sterilization, which is allowing you to sanitize things that I just don't know how else you'd sanitize.
No.
How would How would you sanitize your mattress?
It's such clever technology.
How would you
isn't it?
sanitize a whole sofa? How do you sanitize your caravan?
And in
your
minutes
car
as well.
seats?
In a
Yes.
matter of moments. We saw that technology there. So
Well,
whether
Richard
it's
emailed in, didn't he? He said it just gives him such peace of mind
Yeah.
because he's got a dog, which he loves. John. And he said he's absolutely, he loves his dog, but he's got that peace of mind that he's done that deep down clean, because your dogs and cats, they bring all sorts in with them.
But it's also things that are deep down in your mattress, bringing that to the surface itself. The UV light then killing all those nasties, the suction then locking it into the gurney, and that HEPA filtration, which is then washable. Obviously, all the surface dirt that I've taken
Look
off,
at
I'm just going to show
that.
you again with the power of the actual suction.
And we didn't see any of that dirt you see there now.
No.
We didn't visually see that. We didn't see that on the sofa top. That was in the sofa. That was in the bed head. That was, I love the way it actually manoeuvres, because this is sort of an uneven surface that we're going over, but because it's got those very clever wheels, it will actually go over the uneven surfaces and make sure it gets into all the nooks and crannies
Look
as
at
well.
all the dirt in
Oh,
there.
it makes me itch, doesn't it?
It's
Oh.
funny when you turn it on and you turn it off, you see how it slows down and you see can you see how it picks up? And then when I turn it off, it all gathers in the actual container, locking in all the fine dirt into the actual HEPA filtration that you've got there. So the technology is brilliant with these.
It really is. We were a bit sceptical, so I vacuum for your mattress. Well, you could just vacuum our mattress, until we actually did a show and learnt about the technology and the UV light killing and things. But Bev, one of our guests who brings us lots of great products, she was very much the same. She said, right, I'll take it home. What I'll do is I'll try it on the cleanest mattress. I'll try it on the spare room. Yeah, it's hardly anybody sleeps in there. She is very clean, because she's the queen of clean. And then she was like, I'll try it on there. Only really the cats go in there. I doubt very much it'll pick much up. Oh my word.
This was from the spare bed. So not only you can see the cat hair, the hair on the left-hand side, but the fine bits of this is
That's
what we
probably
talk about.
bits that the cats and dogs avoid. They have got patio doors, which they often have open, so the pollen's coming in.
Yeah, we
the
talk
dust
about
coming
skin
in.
cells, not just from humans, also
Yeah,
from
yeah.
animals as well. Those black particles, you've no idea what's going to be taken from your surfaces. So mattresses, cushions, upholstery, pet beds, things such as that. But it is about having something that beats the nasties to the surface. The UV light then kills it. The power of the suction is then going to take it all into the machine and lock it into that HEPA
Locking it in because of that HEPA filtration as well. Do your own research. Go onto the internet and see what can live in a mattress. Look at bed bugs and dust mites and things like that. And this, of course, mites, bacteria, allergens, and it's that time of year, isn't it? The pollen, and you can smell it sometimes in the air, can't you? Think, oh no. And that's coming into your mattresses, into your homes, onto your sofas. I think for so many, this could make such a difference, and for such a great price, so easy to use. And it has got the technology to kill, with that UV light killing up to 99% of bacteria, dust mites, allergens, and of course picking up that dead skin. And if you're in rented accommodation, it's not just your dead skin. That chair might be in a rented house, and hundreds of people have sat on that chair. Loads of people have slept in that bed. I know a lot of people that actually take this now away with them, because if you do go to self-catering properties, we take our cleaning products, don't we? You take your wipes and your rubber gloves and your washing up liquid and things, and all your cleaning bits. Pop this into the car as well, and it allows you just to have that real proper clean. Do the bed head. I will not lean back on a bed head if someone else has slept in that bed. Oh, I can feel it on the back of my neck itching. It could be anybody that slept in that bed. But on the cushions as well. And I know for me, it's dust that really irritates me. And there was nothing worse. I used to babysit, and it was a beautiful property, a very old property, and they were super clean, but it had that old sort of dusty, musty sort of smell to it. And by the time they came home from being out, I'd been looking after the kids, my eyes were streaming, my nose was up my throat, and it took me a good day or so to sort of get over it. If I could have just gone with this in a bag and just vacuumed the sofa that I sat on, I think it could have made such a difference, especially when you see that clever HEPA filtration, but that UV light as well. And remember, whatever angle, so whatever you're using this on, Sean's using it on the bed head right now, doesn't matter what angle it's at, it will have that same suction. The UV light will work exactly the same to kill bacteria, dust mites, allergens, and of course that HEPA filtration working exactly the same. Do your own research on UV light killing, do your own research on dust mites, living in mattresses, living in your soft furnishings, and think of, well, if you've got pets, what your pets bring in, and those itchy friends. And they sleep on your sofas, they sit on your beds, you know, they're all around the house. It's just that peace of mind. You're getting a deep down clean, you're getting a clean that kills with that UV light, but that HEPA filtration as well, do your own research on HEPA filtration. It's locking in the finest of particles. So that's peace of mind with allergies and things. And I love the fact that wherever Sean goes and however uneven the surface, this has been designed to work.
Yeah, it
any
works
angle,
on
any surface,
like
any
you
material.
say. Yeah, all your different materials, even delicate materials. The great thing is, across all your upholstery, mattresses, headboards.
The car seats, perhaps you've got a second-hand car.
Yeah.
Can you wash the car seats? But do they just feel that little bit itchy? Again, deep down clean with the UV light. Caravan. And the second-hand caravan, you love it, but those, if you could just clean...
Your garden furniture cushions, when you bring them out, if they've been away for the winter.
Or even when you put them away, sometimes you open the... We've got ours in like a little sort of chest in the garden, and you open that up and you can see a few spiders have been in and things, and they just don't feel clean, do they? Be absolutely ideal.
Even things like heavier curtains, if you wanted to go up and down curtains, because it can be so expensive to dry clean, and to be able to take all that dust away, and not just the dust, all those nasties we talk about. And it is lightweight, so if you are using it upright and you're using it on things like heavy curtains, it'll be fine.
Absolutely. And remember, best way to order, of course you can order on the phones. There's always someone there waiting for you on the phones, but the website is the best way to go. shopontv.co.uk. On the website, you'll see everything. And don't forget to go for that extra filter. It's only $4.33 in your basket, but lots of you shopping for the fans. I think it's the weather, isn't it? It's been so hot, and they're saying the weekend it's coming back hot. But actually, this fan, only a week or so ago, it was $59.99.
Yeah, $24.99 is the price. This is a Tower fan from Tower. It's 14 inches high, but it's really stylish in the design. You've got two different colours that you can choose from. 3 speed settings. It's got a 2-hour timer on there. It's got oscillation from side to side, obviously. So it's really going to be ideal for any home, caravans, conservatories.
It's great looking as well.
Offices as well.
Yeah.
If you've got your own area, your own desk.
I think
in
a
your
lot
office.
of fans, they're normally they're white, aren't they? They're really ugly and they're quite big and clonky. That's so sleek and great looking.
And a 3-year warranty upon registration. There you can see the different speeds that you've got
control,
there. The timer on there as well. I love the fact you've got 2 colour options and they're both accented with that lovely rose gold that you can see there. It will go side to side. So, and it's not like the big traditional fans. It's not as noisy when you have a Tower fan like you see there. A really good size that's portable as well, because it's only 14 inches.
Yeah, take this to the caravan, perhaps you've got a holiday home. Be great in a conservatory, because they're like ovens, aren't they?
At $24.99.
And perhaps, you know, wherever you really struggle with the heat, pop that into a room. I think some people are multi-ordering, actually, because you're thinking bedrooms and things like that, or the office. Absolutely brilliant, and such a nice looking piece of equipment as well. Such a great price. Great night tonight, and it's been lovely to have your company, but we've got an exciting night tomorrow.
Yes, we're with Jane Plan. If you've seen Jane Plan on mainstream TV adverts.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a cracking deal.
It's a healthy eating plan. We've got 25% off every plan for as long as you want to stay on the plan. Plus, we've got free delivery. So make sure you join us just after midnight tomorrow on STV and ITV1.
And that works out. It's like you get a free week every month. And have a little look into Jane Plan and have a look at people's results, because some people, for so many people, life life-changing. So please do, if you want to make some changes to the way you eat and you struggle with eating healthily, join us because the food is delicious.
But tonight is all about the Gurmy Mattress Vac. If you've got that in a basket, do confirm your orders and check out, have we got a good price? Boy, oh boy. We got a brilliant price, and that's why we've been so busy. So if you buy it at Advanced Homewares, you're paying our usual price of $149.99 at onbuy.com, $145.99 at Amazon, £139. With us, not even £80, $79.99. And if you want to use PayPal Pay in 3, $28.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. If you pay online, shopontv.co.uk.
Get that extra filter as well, and get that peace of mind that you know that you've cleaned that mattress as deep and as well as you possibly could. A deep down clean, sanitising with that UV light, but not just your mattress, with your pillows, with your headboard, with your sofas, with that second-hand car, the car seats, the caravan seats. Don't go to bed itching tonight. I will, because it does make you feel a bit itchy. If you have got pets, this is a definite necessity. They bring in all sorts of friends and bits and pieces from the outdoors, and they lay on the bed and lay on the sofa. And we've all been staying in a hotel, and I'd love to go around the hotel with that, because
maybe you wouldn't.
No, perhaps not, because when you do see what you will find, that HEPA filtration filters down the finest of particles. So if you do suffer with allergies, do your own research on HEPA filtration. You've got these incredible vibrations, the vibrawave pads, that make sure that they beat the deep down dirt 3,000 times a minute. They beat, and then of course it's the UV light that's the real secret, that kills up to 99% of your bacteria, dust mites, allergens, and of course it picks up the dead skin
and the
cells
power of the suction as well. It's really,
it's the combination
of everything.
Because we were like, we could just use our regular vacuum. Oh no, it's that UV light, it's that HEPA filtration, it's the fact it beats, and it's that fact you feel, feels that a little bit cleaner.
Yeah,
absolutely. Check your baskets through. Do not miss out. Join us tomorrow. We'll be waiting for you. See you later.